that too. But you know what? When it was up on top of the load, up on top of the trailer, when I had the dog trailer, I told him, I said, how the fuck are you expecting me to get it? I said, that's what I could find them. I said, I'd fall right through and park that bad outside of it. I jumped on the interstate. I was up there at Hartford, Michigan. Jumped on the interstate. It was fucking clear. The skies were clear. And when I looked behind me, that 6 inches of snow that was on top, fucking total whiteout behind me. Now, hey, there was a one time, but you're Nana Rhonda. I think two other kids were coming back from Michigan. This is Jacob. And they come by the TA there in Nashville because I was coming off of Monterey Mountain. And a guy passed me and a big piece of ice come off, went through my windshield and hit me on the side. You know, kind of grazed me as it come through the windshield and ended up in the big piece of ice. So now I understand. Knocked a hole through the windshield, knocked the glass out on my fucking headlight. Well, I ended up getting some clear tape, taping the headlight, right? And then I taped the windshield because they weren't going to be able to get nobody out there until Monday to put the windshield in. And there's going to be something like $500 something to come out there. So, and do the windshield, and they were coming from Nashville, okay? So I said, well, fuck it, they're coming from Nashville. I said, give me a couple hours on, and I'll talk to you. This is when I was driving for J-Row. I said, give me a couple hours, I'll call you back. See what I can figure out. Dude, I put fucking plastic, I put that clear tape on the windshield and put her in the wind. But by the time I got almost to Nashville, though, the windshield was coming in on. I reached down, got my gloves, and I was holding the windshield in place. It was fucking winter, dude. No amount of heat would have took care of that. But I called him back in 3 hours. You know, Rick, that was one of the main owners. I called Rick back. I said, all right, what'd you figure out? I said, you said you'd give me a windshield out of Nashville, right? He said, oh, it didn't work out. I said, no, I'm in Nashville. He said, what? I said, yeah, I'm in Nashville. I said, you said you can give me a windshield out of Nashville. I said, how much will it be if I just go to their shop? He said, $130. I said, okay, I'll go to their shop, make me an appointment first thing Monday morning. And I told him, I said, I'm at a paid parking spot here at Nashville at TA. He said, all right. He said, just pay for it all the way up to Monday. He says, just give him your contact card. And that's what he did, contact card, because it had a piece of emblem on it. And I paid for the parking all the way up to Monday. Check out on Tuesday. And I told him, I said, Monday, I said, I'm going to leave Monday. I said, by Monday, I got to drop the trailer. I said, it's in that paid spot that I paid for. Is that going to be okay? Oh, yeah, it's fine. I told him what I had to do. And I was sitting in there eating. And your dad for me. So you're supposed to be able to go to the house. Sometimes you can talk about the last couple of weeks. Yeah, fuck 2000. Keep your head on. got fucking glass everywhere. When I got there, I paid for the parking spot. I went out to the truck, took a bigger piece of throwaway tarp, taped it out in the truck so it would seal the windshield. And then I got my clothes and got in the shower. Because I had glass in my hair and my beard. Luckily I had shade. Back down here about that. I had shade. Parts of me. Purple Volvo. Parked it and don't get your stuff. I came back, purple Volvo fire right up. So, and then, usually the reserve zone is, it won't take me anything less than the reserve. You got a whole bag over there. Just make sure you get your window seats. No, age problem. Bigger inside there. Thank you. That's good. Yeah, so left.